200 marker set. This is an alcohol marker set. It's an alternative to the Copics. So this one is, it's gonna turn up to 50 cents each compared with the Copics, which is around $6. And so let me show you some comparison. So this is the Ohuhu, and you're gonna see it looks like this. Okay, and then the writing is silver, and then it tells you which is the broad tip versus the fine tip. You're going to notice the most important thing about this is it is a bullet nib versus the brush tip that the Copic has, which is like this. So they just recently released the brush tip, and I have yet to get my hands on that. If you compare this one, so but with 50 cents to a marker versus around $6 to a Copic, I think it's a good compromise. So we're gonna compare it to the Copic, and this one is a Spectrum Noir, and this is also a bullet nib. So the reason why I got this 200 set, I've been debating, because this 200 set is $99 in Amazon. I will put a link on all of these below so you can compare the prices. But this one is $99, and it has a case with it, so it's very convenient. I really originally wanted to get the Tri-Blend Spectrum Noir, because this is amazing. This is amazing because you already have the 3 tones given to you, but it's a little bit more expensive and it doesn't fit my budget. So it has the dark, the mids, and the light that is already given to you, and you know, it's just a no-brainer. This is $4.50 per pen, but it has 3. So I was thinking, with a little bit of work, I can determine my own combinations based on all of this. I think it's a doable endeavor. So we're going to do that and try to figure that out. And hopefully at the end of this video, I will be giving you some suggestions on some combinations with the Ohuhu that we can make our own combinations, like a Tri-Blend Spectrum Noir. So let's get started. As you can see, the combinations, I've divided this already, versus this is like the skin tone and some grays, a lot of grays, purples, blues and greens, and then red, yellow, and orange shades right here. Initially, when I opened this up, it was really overwhelming because there's so many colors. I've made a swatch. I've swatched it a couple times, and finally I was able to put them all in one, and this is what it looks like. So pretty much I just scored my paper into 1 by 1.5 size, and we're able to fit it right here. I think it really helps having all this in front of you when you try to determine your favorite tri-blend combination. So that's my goal, is to be able to find my own tri-blend with all the colors that I want. And that's going to ultimately save me some money. If, you know, I'm not like an illustrator where you need all these colors. I am a crafter. I do a lot of stamped images, and my goal is to make it easy for me to make more of these stamped images. So my stamps are my treasures, so I want to be able to color them seamlessly and cost effectively. I love the Copics. I have some of them, but it's not very affordable for me. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use the Ohuhu to be able to determine my tri-blend combination. And then, you know, that's going to be my go-to combination using the Ohuhu. Eventually, I will be able, hopefully, I will be able to get the Ohuhu brush set. I know they released it. So we'll see. We'll see if I could get that. It is already part of my wish list in Amazon, but we'll see because I just got this one. And I wanted to show you guys, as a scrapbooker, as a crafter, as a stamper, how we can use the Ohuhu to make our own combination. So, as you may have noticed, this Ohuhu, it's smooth, it's easy to grip, it's easy to put back. You gotta make sure that you put the, you know, you hear the click and that's already closed. And then this one, they have this film. So they have this film. Maybe you can't see that. Wait. You have this film and it says, because I've been looking at videos of other people and their film was super stiff and it got crinkled. So this one is a smoother film. They improved it tremendously. And it says, if you are coloring on the thin paper, please put the pad between your coloring sheets to prevent any bleed through. This is very, very helpful because it does bleed through. It has a lot of ink in there. I don't think it's oversaturated for my use because, you know, I don't illustrate. I color stamped images, and that's pretty much the most I will be doing with this Ohuhu. I think it's gonna last me a lifetime, and it's really, really amazing. So when it comes to that, they have definitely improved it. If you had the Ohuhu before, they had improved their formulation, and they have a small pocket on here on the side so you can put your swatches and you can put that plastic thingy right there. So when it comes to color combinations, the first thing I've noticed is it was amazing that they have a lot of skin tones. They have a lot of browns. I color a lot of critters, and they have a lot of browns. So you're going to notice they have a lot of skin tones, different combinations. There's so many of them. There's so many gray combinations as well, and they have these to add. So when it comes to that, they have a lot of that. Greens, they have a variety of greens as well. Some yellows, but you're going to notice they don't have a lot of pastel colors. They have a lot of pastel on this end, the purples, but I wish that they had lighter shades, like really, really light, to a point where it's like lighter than this, because they're all bright and saturated. I think as a crafter, if they released a pastel pack for Ohuhu, if they released a pastel pack, I would definitely grab that. Like a 48 pack of plain pastels, that will be amazing. I would totally grab that, and I would suggest that to all my subscribers. So you're going to notice they have the skin tones, the flesh tones. They have some on here as well. It's just difficult because the numbers, they're all over the place. So there's no, you know, instead of like the Copics where they have a reason, a rhyme to, you know, it makes sense when it comes to numbering. This one, the numbering is just all over the place. It's, you know, they just numbered it. But, you know, you want it to make sense when it comes to the shades. So when I made these swatches, I wasn't sure, should I put all the flesh tones together, because the numbers, like their flesh tones here, there's flesh tones here, 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 here. So it's all over the place. So that's why I think a swatch book would be a good idea. So you can like put them all together, whatever tones you like. So I wish that they had more pastels. Ohuhu, if you are listening at all, if you released just plain pastel colors that really, really light, from really light to moderately light, that a lot of people would totally get that. I promise you. And I'm going to be one of them first in line. So if there were lighter shades, especially on the blue side where we color a lot of snow, you know, like the polar bears that we have as our stamped images, there's a lot of that. And we want really light images. Like this is a perfect shade. 26 is great as like a combination with 29 and 27, but you're going to notice, like, look at the blue. There's barely any light blue. 68 is the lightest blue that we have right here. Okay? And then for greens, there's no light greens at all. There's a lot of like bright greens, which I appreciate. It's just, this is the lightest. This is the lightest green that they have, 48. And 68 is the lightest blue that they have. I love that they have 26, which is really light and good for skin. And then for pinks, 28 is the lightest, and then 163. So you can see, like, coming from here going to here as your combination, and then we have 162 right here. So this is amazing when it comes to bright colors. I just wish that they released, so the ultimate dream is for Ohuhu to release a pastel, really, really, really light pastel colors in brush nibs. That will be the dream. That will be the dream. Anyways, so, but I still appreciate all the variety of colors, as you can see. And they skip somehow, like after 17, it goes to 21. So I don't know where 18 to 20 went, but it skipped. And then, so I just put markers and indicators that this is not a continuous set, like 29 and then 31. 37, after 37, it goes to 41. So, but still, the variety of colors is amazing. It's just you have to put a little bit of work into it when it comes to determining your combinations based on what you need. So as a non-illustrator, it really helps for me to determine what the colors are so I can see how I am going to color my stamped images. So I normally, this is what I use. I stamp my stamped images in a you know, alcohol marker paper with memento, and then I try to get my combination. So what I want to do is I need to be able to determine what tri-blend I have with this Ohuhu. So that's the goal for today. So there's a lot of them, and it's so amazing. It's like Christmas morning when I got this one. This is actually my Christmas present for my husband, but I couldn't wait, so I had to open it up, and I wanted to do an unboxing on this. So that's what we have for that. It's so amazing. So let's see this bad boy in action. So guys, now that we're done swatching the Ohuhu 200 marker pen set, so we've seen all the colors, we've used it on stamp images, which is why I got this product in the first place. Overall review for this, I like it. I score it 9 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10 if it had a brush nib and more pastels. But when it comes to the current variety, there's a lot to choose from. And I think just being patient with it and trying out all the colors, you're going to find that the colors are amazing and they have a lot of variety. There's 200 is a lot of variety. They've given us what we want when it comes to a lot of skin tones, a lot of grays, which they listen to us. There's a lot of variety. I think my overall is it writes amazing. I just had one color, which is the 93, that did not have any ink. So I'm going to reach out to Ohuhu on that because my 93 doesn't have an ink on it on the bullet nib, but everything else had ink on it. It flowed really, really well. I just wish that they would release a basic just pastel colors, maybe 48 color on that. That would have been great. And I know that they just released the brush nib, so I'm going to try to get my hands on that. But overall, as a scrapbooker, a stamper, a card maker who likes to color their images and put it on cards, overall, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I know that I'm able to get more tri-blend combinations. This is just what I can come up with right now. But I love it overall. I highly recommend it, especially with that price point. If you don't want to invest on Copics, this is a great starter on, if you're just getting into the scrapbooking and the stamping and you're very new to it. This is a great, great investment. I highly recommend it. I will link the Amazon product link in my down below, so you can click on it. I like it overall. Thumbs up on the Ohuhu 200 marker count. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this review, and leave comments down below if you like these kind of videos. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I do hauls also and other crafting. But I hope you like this video and have a wonderful crafty day. This is Christian signing off. Bye.